It is Wednesday, February 21st. We've got stocks slightly in the red to start the day. We're about, call it 45 minutes into the trading day. This follows yesterday's down move to start the week. We talked a lot about the gamma clearing from last expiry and that this week could be an indication of what the next move in the market is. So we will see how this continues from yesterday's sell-off. Now, of course, we have Nvidia earnings after the close. Let's go to Nvidia real quick because as we talked about yesterday on the Orbit, it's not necessarily, well, it's a big cap tech stock that could actually move the market. Its move will affect the ETFs and the indices. But arguably more important than that is it's a real vibe check for the market. And what it does on its report, we look at the expected move right here. It is about a 10% expected move. You can see where that lines up pretty specifically back near those highs, which were only a few days ago. And then those lows take you kind of to this level right here where you saw some consolidation before this ramp higher. So that expected move makes perfect sense. But it's a vibe check in that if Nvidia were to miss and the initial reaction is sell Nvidia and it's down, but then you see it get bought after hours, for instance, and then the next morning it's already in the green. That's a real vibe check that this kind of mood and this kind of vibe to the market has more to it, and it's not over. If Nvidia opens up on a beat and then gets sold and finishes in the red, maybe that's the other side of that. Maybe that's like, all right, maybe what we've seen the last 2 days with some of these pullbacks in these stocks, maybe we are near the end of that kind of phase of the market. So we'll see. Nvidia will tell a lot. Let's just go in and check these neutral levels. You've got 750 as the short strike on the upside and 615 as the short strike on the downside. That gives you a sense of that range. Of course, you could take that if you're a little bit more worried on the downside. For instance, you could take that down to the big round number of 600. But you're basically staring at about, call it $70 in either direction. Back to the SPX. On the downside for 0DTE, we've got that 49.50 level. To the upside, we've got about the 49.85. Looking at a credit put spread, perhaps it's something where you would want it down a little bit more. This was down closer to 0.3% earlier in the day, and that might be an opportunity to sell a credit put spread down below that 49.50 level. And then, of course, on the upside, if this were to rally and go green, you would probably want that short credit call spread up above that 5,000 level with the assumption of a little bit of resistance at that 5,000 level. Now, in both cases, if you were just doing right now, you'd be looking at 49.50 as a short strike and about 49.90 on the upside as a short strike on a condor.